Hello, my good men. And do I have an episode for you? What an episode I have for you. I'd like to say a word today about strategy, I think. And the strategy here is key defense takedowns. Oh, wait a minute. Before I say that, Grizzly, one of my biggest fans, always watching, just like Dan, left the task force. So Grizzly, if you're watching, I had you on slate to feature one of your attacks because you're such a good fan. Please come back. Please come back, Grizzly. Because also, we only have 41 members right now, which is totally lame. We are kicking ass. We're taking Stronghold out with 41 guys. Imagine if we had 9 more clutch players. Man, I don't understand. The whole reason I do this thing that I do is for the team, for Rebels to be strong. And we keep falling short of being a full team. Don't know why. But let me check you out some awesome attacks. One attack I would like to feature, I'm going to do the big one second so that people stay. But I like to, just a word about taking out key defenses. When you're the first person to attack one of these bases, you got to be thinking about what the next person is going to be attacking. And that's exactly what Rad did. Rad is, again, another True Blue member from Down Under. That's the extent of my Australian accent. By the way, I love kangaroos, Rad. I love them. I love when the internet has videos of kangaroos playing with dogs and punching people in the face, kicking them in the crotch. Anyways, this is what Rad does. Instead of, it just takes a second. It just takes a second to look at the situation and say, what can you do here? So he decides he's going to try to take out the shield generators and those rockets back there. And for most intents and purposes, that's exactly what he does. And it's fabulous. Watch this. This is perfect strategy. Harvesting GBE and just blowing loads on those rocket launchers. Because no matter what angle you come at that base, those rocket launchers are going to cover. So you got to get rid of them. You just got to get rid of them. And that's what he thought. That's what he was thinking. That's what he executed. And just about did everything he needed to do. So Rad, cheers, mate. I can't help it. The first time I landed in Australia, I was in baggage claim. The first thing someone said to me was, cheers, mate. And I was so happy. Now check this out. This is beef mode. This is beef going into beef mode. And I gotta tell you, look at this. Look at this situation. He takes down this base. And this is not Lieutenant Dan sneak into the core. This is brute force, fight your way through. And it's the most amazing thing I've seen. He starts deep in the pocket and just goes absolutely apeshit. Whenever I'm watching these replays, I always like to think about what the person is doing during the attack. Like, what are you thinking right now? The adrenaline is going. You're like, how the hell am I going to go deep on this? You got cannons just taking out your heavies one by one. And that is the most clutch flare of the whole operation. And I don't know how he has enough gunboat energy to keep shocking everything, but he does. And just creates this beautiful hole. Now he's all Zuka at this point. So he can't go into any of that. And then there's the final clutch flare. He finds the one little sweet spot. What an attack. It's a little anticlimactic, huh? We gotta watch the end. Here we go. Oh, yeah. That's satisfying. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, just gentlemen. It's just gentlemen, I guess. Later.